Hi friends, in previous sessions we are already discussing about what is Radixart and I'm writing a program for Radixart, right? So in this session we are mainly concentrating on program for Radixart using functions, right? So here I'm writing a program for Radixart using functions, right? So here using functions concept, right? So generally there are three major elements to write a functions program, right? So function declaration, function definition, function calling, right? So here to implement Radixart mechanism we are also using counting sort, so that's why we are taking two functions, right? So for that two functions I am creating function declaration, function definition, function calling, right? So in Radixart we are calling count sort mechanism, right? So before watching this video, so what is the process for Radixart? I already uploaded a video for process of how to process elements in Radixart mechanism, right? So please just go through that video. You can understand everything about Radixart, right? So then only you can understand the program, right? So here I am writing a program. So first of all, here I am writing the linking section. So in linking section compulsory we are writing these two header files for input and output purpose, console operations purpose, right? So after writing linking section, then I am creating two functions to implement Radixart mechanism. So that is, one is Radixart. So here we are passing two arguments. One is for array, one is for n value. So this is the function declaration for Radixart mechanism. So here I am taking function name is Radixart. You have to take any one, right? So this is user defined function, right? So Radixart, so int. So this is for array A, this is for number of elements in the array, right? So one more function is created to call this function in Radixart mechanism, right? So compulsory based on Radixart based on count sort only we can implement the Radixart mechanism. So that's why here I am creating a procedure for count sort also, right? So that can be presented with the help of count sort function, right? So here I am creating count sort. So here I am passing array. So this argument is for k, this argument is for position, this argument is for year. So totally we are passing four arguments. One is for array, one is for k. So k is nothing but in main function we are find out the greatest value among the all array elements. So that is said to be k value. So here position, so ones position, tens position, hundreds position. So for that purpose we are passing one more argument, right? So this is for n, so number of elements in the array, right? So this is the function declaration for count sort, right? Then we are declaring all the variables that are using the program globally, right? So here I am using input array a of 100. So for storing output we are using b of 100. So for count array purpose I am taking one more array. So count of 100. For number of elements in the array purpose we are taking n variable, fine. So for greatest element purpose I am taking, find out the greatest element in the given array. For that purpose I am taking k. So k is equal to, so initially k is said to be 0. Then we are implementing one condition. Based on that condition we can find out the greatest element in the given array. So k equal to 0, then position. So ones position, tens position, hundreds position, thousand position. So based on that position only we can sort all the elements in the Radixart mechanism. So for that purpose I am taking, this is the variable, right? So after writing all the variables globally, then I am writing main function. So in main function, so here I am writing CLR is here. So first of all we will enter number of elements into the array A. So for that purpose, enter n value. So that can be read with the help of scanf function. So that is integer variable, so that's why I am specifying percentage %d, and also specify the address of fi variable. fi variable. Then here so printf enter the elements. Sorry. So here I am reading n value, no? So that's why I am specifying address of n variable. Address of n variable, right? So enter the elements. So I am reading all the elements in array A. So that can be done with the help of scanf function. So here we are performing the same operation repeatedly until n value, right? So for that purpose I am taking for loop starts from I is equal to 0 to n. So these loops are already discussed in sorting mechanisms as well as so different sorting mechanisms. So in main function we are writing the same loops for n value, for reading number of elements into the array. Before printing, after printing, we are taking same loop, right? So procedure is same for each and every sorting mechanism in main function. Function definitions are maybe changed, right? So here I am reading all the elements into the array. All are integer elements, %d, specify the address of fi variable, right? So after reading all the elements, we are printing all the elements into the array before sorting, right? So for that purpose, printf before sorting array elements. Before sorting array elements, right? So here before sorting array elements. So here same operation is performed repeatedly. We are taking loop. We are printing all the elements in the array. So printf %d. So here we are applying horizontal space between element to element. So that's why I am specifying /t character constant fi. Fine now. So once we can print all the elements, we can call the radx sort function. So based on that function definition only, we can sort all the elements. After sorting, we can get the resultant value. So that can be stored with the help of fi, right? So after sorting all the elements, we can print, right? So here, first of all, I am calling radx sort along with array name, comma n value. So after once the process has been completed in radx sort, the result will be retained to the main function. So here I am printing after sorting all the elements. After sorting array elements. After sorting array elements. So here I am printing. So same operation is performed repeatedly. So that for that purpose I am taking the same loop. So printf %d, all are integer values. Yeah. Right. Fine. So then we are writing get ch. Close brace. Right. So here I am writing the function definition for radx sort mechanism. Right. So here void radx sort. So here we are calling array with n value. N value. So based on positions, we can call the count sort in radx sort, right? So here position value starts from, so position is equal to 1. So position is equal to 1. So k by position. So here you'll also find out the greater value, na? So that's why. So here I am taking one more condition. If of I greater than k. So here in this loop directly I am find out the highest k value in the array. So if a of I greater than k, so k is said to be a of I. So greater value. So after find out the greater value, so k by position. So k by position greater than 0. K by position greater than 0. So after completion of first position, we are calling 10th position, 100 position, 1000 position, right? So for that purpose here I am writing position is equal to position into 10. So we are multiplying the position with the help of 10. So position is equal to position 10. We are calling the count sort, right? For first position, calling the count sort. After completion of count sort process, we are calling the 10th position. For 10th position, we are calling count sort, right? So count sort. So before going to this program, first of all, what is the actual process? So everything can be discussed in previous videos, right? So please just go through that video. You can understand what is the actual process of radix sort. Then only you can understand this process, right? So count sort. So count sort contains array A, k, n, position. So 4 arguments are there, right? So k comma n comma position, k comma n comma position, right? So for one's position, so until how many number of digits that are existing, we are calling the count sort mechanism. For suppose array contains 4 digits of elements, we are calling up to 1000 positions. We are execute the count sort mechanism, right? So here, oh, this is the loop. So here I am writing function definition for count sort. I am writing a function definition for count sort, right? So here I am writing the function definition for count sort. So here in scanf at the time of reading values, we are find out the greatest value also. So for that purpose here I am checking this condition. If a of I greater than k, simply k value is said to be a of I. So for this condition, I am find out the greatest element among all the elements. So here I am writing the function definition for count sort, right? So void count sort. So here we are passing 4 parameters now. So int for array A, for k, int k, for n I am taking n, for position. So here I am writing position, right? So this function definition is already discussing in count sort mechanisms, just slight modifications in radix sort, right? So that modifications are also discussed in normal program without using functions. So I am also writing a program for without using functions for radix sort mechanism, right? So same loops are implemented in count sort mechanism, right? So here first of all, here count array is taken. So count array is size is 100. So among those we are using 10 locations only. Why? Because for each and every digit positions, so maximum value is 10. So for that purpose, count array is initialized with the help of 10 elements, right? So just use common sense. So for each and every digit position, maximum value is 10, minimum value is 9, minimum value is 0, right? So that's why, so count array taken from 0 to k plus, so k plus 1 locations, so that is 0 to 9 locations, 9 plus 1, 10 locations, that is 0 to 9, right? So for that purpose, int count of n is equal to 0. So this is also valid initialization in C language. Why? Because so array index is always starts from 0. Array index is always starts from 0. So once we can initialize the array, so number of elements is 10. So initial value is 0. So remaining elements are also stored with the help of 0 values, right? So here I am taking count array size. Then I am taking for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. right? So we are update the count array. So plus count of I by position, I by position, modulo division of 10. So this loop is already discussed in normal program, so please just go through that video, you can understand everything, right? So here, so after completion of this loop, again we are update the count array from 1 to k position, 1 to n positions. So I is equal to 1, so I less than 10, so we are updating 10 positions. So I less than 10, I plus plus count as n. So for I is equal to 1, so we are updating count of I is equal to count of I minus 1 plus count of I, or count of I plus count of I minus 1, whatever, right? So count of I plus count of I minus 1, right? So after completion of this loop, again count array is updated, right? So with the help of, so I is equal to 0, so so start from n minus 1 to 0, so I is equal to n minus 1, I greater than or equal to 0, so decremented by 1, so I minus, fine. So here I am updating the count array with the help of A of I. So A of I, B of, so we are updated count values can be stored with the help of B array, na? So B array, so B of minus count of A of I by position modulo division of 10. So modulo division of 10. So this one, which is equivalent to A of I. So based on A of I value, we can update the B array. So these loops are already discussed in normal program for Radix, right? So please just go through that video, you can understand everything about these loops, right? So here, so after completion of updation, so finally the resultant array is stored in B array. Now B array is copied into A array, right? So for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So we are copying A of I is equal to B of I. So after completion of entire process, the output array is stored in A of I, right? So finally output array is stored in A of I. So the result will be returned to the main function. So once the entire process has been completed for positions, right? So the control will be passed to this statement. So after sorting array elements, we are printing these elements, right? So this is the program for Radix using functions concept, right? So if you have any doubts regarding to this program, please post your doubts in comment section. Thank you.